Today I have another Kershaw review. It would be the Kershaw 1304 BW Black Wash. That looks familiar. Haven't I reviewed that knife? That looks like the Kershaw lifter. It does, but this is the 1304 BW. And the Kershaw lifter is a 1302 BW. We'll do a comparison between these two, but right away you can tell that although the handles are identical, clip identical, there are a little bit of differences down here we'll get into. The blades are different. So the 1302 BW, put this to the side for right now, is actually part of a pack available at Walmart for about $20 right now. Kershaw actually doesn't have this on their site, and I stumbled upon this model on the internet and found that you can buy it at Walmart, and this little multi-pack kind of thing that Walmart sometimes does. So Kershaw has very little information on this knife because it's not on their website, and I'll show you the package it comes in. So it comes in this display pack. You don't get a nice kind of, I mean, they're not nice, but you don't get a Kershaw box where you normally get with them. But it comes with the knife. You get this little multi-tool. It's actually also black washed. You get a little cheap 3 AAA LED light, 9 LEDs, not very bright, but it's basically a freebie. And then you also get this Kershaw black wash dog tag, and you get the 1304 BW, and this is all for about 20 bucks, which when you look at this and you look at the lifter, the 1302 BW, they're both about 20 bucks. So you're basically paying 20 bucks for the knife and you're getting all these little freebie extras. Now the packaging, it's got this guy on here. It says Kershaw Own It Black Wash Series limited edition. I don't know what they mean by that. They're just not gonna sell this at Walmart for very long. They had the 4-piece set. You got the assisted opening 1304 black wash knife, 4-function multi-tool, 9 LED flashlight, and dog tag. And when you look on the back, if we can get this to focus in here. Well, let's see if we can take the insert out because it's got a glare on here. There we go. Look on the back here. We got 1304. Says steel is black oxide black wash finish. Handle black oxide black wash finish. Blade length 3.75 inches. I don't think so. Does this look like a 3.75 inch blade? No, I think that's about 3.5 inches. 3.75 inch blade would be something on the zero tolerance. Was it this one 0561? That is not the same length. I'm not sure how they cut that. Dropped the knife off camera there. Yeah, that's not 3.75 inches. I don't know how they got there. Got that. Closed length 4.75 inches. Maybe? That doesn't seem right either. I don't know how these specs got on here. This is obviously overseas produced. As you will see on the blade, it says China. Flashlight, 9 LED flashlight. Let's see if we can get the focus. 9 LED lights. It's nothing extraordinary. It's very cheap flashlight. If you don't have a flashlight, I guess it's something. I would definitely not recommend using that long term. And you got the 4-function mini multi-tool, flathead screwdriver, cord cutter, oxygen tank wrench, and bottle opener. So right here. It's neat that it's black washed. as well. This is a neat touch. It's not a very big multi-tool, it's really small. The bottle opener is kind of hard to use, but it's neat. You got a cord cutter. You could put this in your car as a emergency seatbelt cutter, I guess. Oxygen wrench, little flathead. It's a neat little freebie, basically. And of course the LED flashlight. Cheap, not very bright. It looks bright on camera, but it's not very bright. I would definitely go for an Olight or Phoenix or any of the other brands where you're going to pay maybe $50 for a light, but you're going to get a much better light. But this is a nice little freebie. And also got the black wash Kershaw dog tag. Kind of neat. Neat little freebie as well. Neat little chain there. So, yeah, you get all those with this pack. And then you get the warnings about the speed safe assisted opening. To keep your hands away from the blade. Tells you how to operate the flashlight. And how to change the batteries. Then you got a little thing here. Self-reliance is self-evident. Rebellion has a cause. Being prepared is a way of life. Being tested is to be expected. Fear is to be embraced. One opinion counts. Independence goes without saying, and there are no excuses. One thing I will say I agree with this is like being prepared. It's good to have a knife. And one thing I would say that this little pack that Walmart offers for 20 bucks, this is a good thing to give to someone who's not into knives and they don't have any of these tools. And it's an easy way to get them started, maybe in collecting knives and, you know, just getting into that. And because it's nice to at least have one knife. Some people I know up here that I live around don't have any. And I'm an advocate of at least having one for utility tasks and, you know, putting in your car at least. Yeah, so let's get on to the knife. So this is 1304 BW, and it's very similar to the 1302 BW lifter. And I'm pretty sure what Kershaw basically did was take the handle design, they just put a different blade on it. And it's not the exact same blade, but it's similar to the Rick Hendra design Thermite. If you look real closely at the tip, it almost looks like a Spanto tip, but it's a little bit different. So I'm sure they couldn't use the exact same grind lines as a Hendra, since they're not calling this a Hendra. Well, let's actually leave that out as a comparison. But so as you can see, it's the only specs were on that package that I could find. I couldn't find any official Kershaw specs, so I already know that the blade length cannot be right. So I'm guessing it's around 3.75 inches. I'm guessing the steel type, even though they don't tell you what type it is, probably 3CR13 MOV, like the Kershaw lifter here. So you got the stainless steel handles, everything's black washed. You only have the tip up right hand carry. I'm going to tip down right hand carry option. You have no tip down, no left side. You're very limited. That's just kind of how it is. You're only paying $20 for this knife. Let's see. It came... Let's see how sharp it is. Do I have any paper around here? Here we go. Let's see what the edge is on this. You're paying... You're paying about 20 bucks, and it's not terrible. It's not great. Yeah, it's a bad cut. It's not terrible. Definitely needs some retouching, but I mean, for $20 to get someone into knife collecting, it'll do, and you can always touch that edge up. Yeah, it's not the best steel. 3CR13 MOV. compared to even 8 CR13 MLV that Kershaw puts on some of their overseas produced knives. But it's something. You got the pillar construction, looks pretty neat. You got that cool handle design. It does weigh a lot. Let's see, how much did the lifter weigh? I believe it was over 5.5 ounces. It's, I have the specs here somewhere. 5.5 ounces. I don't, again, there's no official specs on this, and we're going to get into that in a lockup. There's no official specs on it. It feels about the same weight as the lifter, but a little bit different. I don't know. The thermite's definitely lighter, so that's actually a good option. Yeah, so about 3.5 inches, about 5.5 ounces. You have all full stainless steel handles, kind of heavy. You know, you don't have any options to change your pocket clip. You got the lanyard hole there, and yeah, it's a neat EDC item. I would say that the blade design is probably more practical than the lifter, just because you don't have that recurve. It's going to be easy to resharpen this because you don't have that recurve. This is a lifter. I like it because it's just unique. It's not much of a user blade, it's just something kind of got because I thought it was real cool. This would be more of a user blade. That's why I'd say this is a good gift to get someone who wants to get into knives or don't have any knives. It's a neat little offering. Let's get into some differences as well as the blade. Is that if you look here, there's no hinder or lock bar stabilizer on the 1304 BW, and you can tell that with the frame lock here on the 1304, it's not cut as far down as the 1302 lifter. So you have a shorter cut in the frame, and you don't have the lock bar stabilizer. And let's see, on the flipper tang, on the 1304, you actually do have jimping. And that the lifter, on the 1302 lifter, you don't actually have jimping on the tang. And when you deploy the blades, you actually have jimping on the blade portion on the 1304 versus the 1302. So, but here's the thing, because I want to be honest with this review. The 1302 seems, at least the one I got here, seems to have some quality issues. When I have this 1302 lifter out of box and still, deploys so easily, so smoothly, and disengaging the frame lock is easy. It's actually really fun to flip. And it just, even though it's only a $20 knife, just seems to come out great, and no issues, no lockup issues, whatnot. So overall, $20 good. But for this, I don't know if I can get to do it, but when I got this out of box, and this has speed safe, just like the lifter. It actually deployed fully, but sometimes I'll press down on the flipper tab, and it actually won't. Again, it's not doing it now on camera, but it won't actually deploy all the way. It will go maybe to like here, and it won't get to where it engages the frame lock. And I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's just because this isn't as quality controlled, and this is just kind of like a, you know, gift knife where they sell it at Walmart versus the lifter where they just sell it on its own, and it's more advertised. It's actually on Kershaw's site versus this one. But yeah, it wasn't that great. when it came out of box, or out of package, I mean. And it still doesn't seem to flip out with, even though it has a speed safe, it doesn't seem to flip out with as much authority. I don't know if you can hear the difference. Let me deploy both of them. So I don't know if you can hear the difference, but this one, it just gives you more confidence that it locked up properly when you hear the lifter. So that's my first downside, I'd say, compared to the lifter, is you're going to pay about 20 bucks for 8 of these. You're just going to get the bonus little freebies with this new offering. Even though it has the jimping on the flipper, I don't think it's necessary, and it actually ends up irritating your finger over time if you're playing around with this knife. The lifter does not have any jimping, and it has no problem. I have no problem deploying it. And then this is still a problem. The frame lock on this is kind of gets stuck. You kind of actually have to put a lot of force to disengage the frame lock. And I've gotten to the point where instead of using my thumb in that direction, because that actually, the jimping on the frame lock, it actually ends up digging in your thumb too much. I'll actually kind of dig in with my nail to disengage it so I don't have to dig into my thumb and it's uncomfortable. So I don't know, maybe it's because you have more of a cut down here with the lock bar stabilizer and it's easier to disengage this, but this one's really easy to disengage. And I just find this one more fun to use. Of course, you got a more usable blade on the 1302 than you do on the lifter. But lockup's good. There's no side to side. There's no up and down play. You know, I haven't seen any reviews on this yet. So I don't know if anybody else is having these same kind of quality issues, but yeah, it's not terrible. There are worse knives you can get. But yeah, it's kind of disappointing because I've seen this online. So I remember seeing that and I was like, wait, that's a lifter. No, wait, that's a different blade profile. So for 20 bucks and get the little freebies, the freebies are what they are. And is this the best rescue tool, multi-tool? No, of course not. It's small and I'm not sure how sharp the cutter is, but hey, it's free and it's a neat little black wash, neat little collectible thing. So is this. Flashlight's terrible. We already talked about that. But, you know, for 20 bucks and you just pick it up at Walmart, so why not? That's an option. This is still 20 bucks on Blade HQ. And I'm happy with this. You know, this is not really something I usually carry on an everyday basis because I have other knives, but it's a neat thing to have in the collection and also not completely practical with that reverse tanto, but I like having this because it's just a neat blade. And I don't know, for some reason, even though these have like the same handle, the lifter just feels better in hand for some reason. I don't know. There's just something about it. Better quality control, I guess. I don't know. You know, they probably come from the same factory in China. But yeah, but for 20 bucks with the little package, and you want something that's a good EDC blade, even though it's pretty heavy, 5.5 ounces for an EDC blade, but it's not terrible. But if you want to spend a little bit more money, you can get a thermite. And the normal thermite on Blade HQ goes for $35. If you want the black wash finish, you're going to pay more, around $42. You're going to get a better steel, of course. You're going to get the 8 CR13 MOV, a little bit better. Still an overseas Chinese-produced steel. But you're also going to get the G10 handle. You're actually going to be able to carry tip up on this instead of being stuck tip down. You're going to have 4-way position, so you can carry this left, right, up, down, all different ways. And thermite, of course, is great. Great EDC knife. So yeah, I mean, I figured for 20 bucks I'd pick up this little package and at least do a review since I haven't seen any yet. So would I recommend it? Yeah, for a gift, for your collection. It's not the best knife in the world by far. Neither is a lifter. It's more bought this as collector for my collection. But I'd say for 20 bucks, you do get what you pay for 20 bucks for this. And it's not bad for 20 bucks. I'm gonna get something that is usable. I'm gonna get something that is easier to maintain an edge on than the lifter. You're gonna get something that has that unique, neat handle and that nice black wash finish where over time it's still gonna look good because it's not gonna be like a painted on coating on a blade, or you're not gonna, it's gonna wear very nicely because it already looks like it's worn in. So it's a neat offering. So that's the 1304 black wash, the Walmart exclusive, I guess you would call it, with all the little accessories, just kind of freebies in my mind. If you have any questions about this, leave it in the comments below. Oh, I forgot to say, Happy New Year. This is going to be my first video of the new year. I have many videos to come, but I found this recently and I just figured I'd do a video and upload it, a little comparison between the lifter. And so thanks for watching. I'll have more videos coming soon.